at it again with Blaze. I did change his name. I am at the Animal Emergency Clinic in St. Louis or somewhere in the vicinity. It is December 1st. And we are here because Blaze ended up getting sick. And he had hookworm and coccidia or something like that, whatever that name is. And they gave him medicine. So let me give you guys a rundown of everything. So I got him on the 17th. He was great. 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd. He was good. On the 23rd, he had a little cough, a little diarrhea, and he threw up 3 times in a row. What up, King? What up, R? So I was like, maybe it's because it's a new environment. I took him off the truck and we were at home. So, because, you know, normally when puppies, when you do that, when you move them around like that, they get diarrhea. So I'm like, maybe that's it. So I just, you know, keep an eye on them. And then on the 24th, he had diarrhea all that day. He threw up a couple of times. But it wasn't like bad throw up or nothing like that. It wasn't parvo throw up. So then on the 25th, I took him to the vet because I was just really concerned and paranoid. So they tested him for hookworm and they did a fecal exam. He tested positive for hookworm in the doctor's office. The fecal exam came back on that Sunday. So the 25th was on a Friday. On Sunday, that's when the coccidia exam came back. It's like gastrointestinal inflammation parasite or something like that. So on the 25th, when I got there, they gave him a dewormer. They gave him some probiotics. They gave him antibiotics. And they gave him some medicated prescription food. They gave him an injection for nausea. When I went back on the 28th, well, before I went to the doctor on the 28th, I was getting ready to leave. That was a Sunday. And I was getting ready to leave and go back on the road, but he just wasn't looking right to me, and I didn't want to go on the road, and he's looking all sick and being sick. So the doctor office was going to open at 7 a.m., but I started my clock at midnight. So I was sitting in the parking lot at the veterinarian waiting for them to open. And I was doing research on Google trying to figure out what is wrong with him. Why isn't he getting better? And so I scared myself and ended up taking him to the animal hospital, the same one I took Bear to. They were so nice. They didn't charge me to see him. And they said the reason why he looks the way he does is because he has severe anemia, because the hookworm attaches to your GI tract and your intestines, and they suck your blood. And for a puppy, that could be detrimental. So they did a PVC or PCV test, tested red blood cell count, and it was a 17%. At 15%, you got to do a blood transfusion. So he was like, you don't have to do a blood transfusion now if you don't have the funds for it. We can give him food and nutrition and hydration, and hopefully that'll raise his blood count. So he was like, so he's stable enough for you to wait, because that's what I was worried about. I was worried that he was going to totally just decline right there in front of me before the doctor's office opened. That's why I took him to the animal hospital. But so since the doctor was like, he's fine, you could wait until, you know, the animal hospital opens up and take him there. And so I took him, and he just wouldn't move. He was just like listless. And the vet was like, he needs a blood transfusion. And I'm like, I definitely don't have the money for a blood transfusion. Like, That's like $1,500, $2,000, maybe $3,000, depending on how much blood product you got to give him. It could be $500 for one, 2, 3, 4, 500 for like one part blood product. But if he has to do a full transfusion, that can get pricey. So I definitely didn't have it because, you know, it's the end of the month, Thanksgiving, buying all that stuff. Then I got bills coming up. So I was like, can we just treat him, and like, will he be okay if we treated him, or do I have to do a blood transfusion? Like, what can we do to get him better without it? And so they prescribed him, they gave him an antibiotic shot for the last 2 weeks. They gave him something else, another injection or something. They sent me home with a dewormer. They sent me home with this stuff called Entice, which is an appetite stimulant. They sent me home with this medicine, this food. It's a veterinarian prescription diet recovery. So this is what they give to dogs when they get out of surgery and like they have really critical traumatic events happen to them. That's going to give him all the nutrients he needs to build his red blood platelets up. So they gave me the dewormer, the food. They gave me the medicine for the coccidia or whatever it's called. They gave me coccidia. I don't remember everything. It's on a piece of paper. But so I'm giving him that stuff, and every time I would give him the medicine, he would look like death. He would look like literal death. When I didn't give him the medicine, he was just sleepy and just laying around all the time. So I figured maybe, you know how when we take medicine on an empty stomach, we get sick. So maybe I was like, maybe I don't give him all of it all at one time, stagger it out. And I noticed that, so he stopped throwing up, but his diarrhea continued. And I noticed that when I would give him food, his diarrhea would be straight water. It was like, it looked like mustard with water in it. But when I didn't give him food, it looked like egg white with mustard in it. Really runny and mucusy. And then that's all he does is just just has diarrhea. And he's losing a lot of weight. He's super skinny. He lost a lot of weight. He already lost weight by the 25th. He had lost weight. And then by the 28th, he had lost weight. So I know 7 days later, he's lost a lot more weight. And then he's drinking Pedialyte. I'm giving him Pedialyte that has this unflavored Pedialyte to try to get his electrolytes up so he's not dehydrated. Because the doctor said, look out for dehydration. He can't be, like, if he's dehydrated, if he's throwing up, and if he is, what'd he say? Dehydration, throwing up, and I don't remember, but I know what to look for because he's not doing none of them. Dehydrated, throwing up, and I forgot the other one, but I was concerned about the dehydration part. So that's why I bought the Pedialyte. Then I bought kale pectate. The doctor said I can give him kale pectate. And then I bought this. This is called Ready Cal, and it's a high-calorie food supplement for dogs. So this, with this, should give him all the calories that he needs to gain weight and get his red blood count up. The kale pectate will coat his stomach and stop the diarrhea. None of that worked. It's not working. His diarrhea is the same as it's been this whole time because he's not eating. So he just sleeps a lot now. So now we're here in I think it's St. Louis or something like that. The animal, I don't know if y'all can see it, animal emergency clinic. I'll turn it around. We're at the animal emergency clinic. I'm backed into a corner so it's a small parking lot, so I can stay out of everybody's way. He's down there. that was what his poop was looking like. I scooped it up as much as I could so I can give it to the doctor. So they did a parvo test and they're testing his stool. The parvo test is $50. This is cheap here because in Houston, parvo test is like 100 and something, but the exam is 100 and something here. So she said 190 for the exam and the parvo test. That's not including medication. That's not including any other testing they might have to do. I think they're going to give him IV fluids. They're probably going to give him another dewormer. They're going to give him antibiotics. They're going to send me home with antibiotics. They're going to send me home with anti-nausea. They're going to send me home with probably a probiotic so he can get all of his bacteria in his gut better. So, yeah. I had a couple of people donate. They're watching. I'm not going to say our name. Well, no, I actually have one person donate, actually. One person donated. I called in for an advance. They gave me $150. Since my checking account was overdrawn, the person who donated, I only was able to get $77 out of it. So I have 150 plus 77. I have $100 on my credit card. And so I got the 150 from the advance, the 77 and 100 on my credit card. Now, they said if he has parvo, he has to get admitted to the hospital. How's that going to happen? I got to pick up a load tomorrow. Luckily, like, this load, I got here this morning, and the load doesn't pick up till tomorrow. So, luckily, that happened. But if he has to get admitted, that's going to mess me up. And then I don't think he has parvo, though. Because the symptoms of parvo is barehanded. Throwing up, clear or bile, clear mucusy or yellow bile, bloody diarrhea, not moving whatsoever. Not eating, not drinking, not moving, just a lifeless body looking at everybody, moving their eyes, or sleep, but won't move their body. This dog walks around. He likes to sit under my feet. He'll get up every time he has to use the bathroom. He'll get up and use the bathroom. With parvo, they can't control it. Like, if they have to poop, it's coming out. They can't even control it no matter what. He gets in his bed, he gets up to drink, he gets up to eat. I haven't fed him today because I think he has colitis, and they said if he has colitis, don't feed him for like 24 hours. So, yeah. So that's what we're waiting on right now, the parvo test results. What's up, Kimberly? What up, Duke? My Duke, what up? Man, you miss a lot, my Duke. Is that my Duke? No, that's not my Duke. No, it's not normal, King. Any of the puppies, yeah, he had a sister. She tested positive for hookworm and coccidia too, but she's doing a lot better right now. So I have no clue what's going on with him. If I had to, like, usually I'm pretty good at, like, guessing. If I had to guess, he probably has colitis or giardia or whipworm. His vet just texted. What's up, Tavares? I think it's called whipworm. Okay, so we're at Animal Emergency Clinic. Emergency Clinic. I gotta give them, my vet, their email address so they could send his records over. Yeah, I'm in St. Louis. There is no email. So I guess I have to wait. I wonder if I can call from a tablet. I don't have to send text messages. Hold on 1 second. Let me respond to them. Oh, hold on. Let me see. Oh, I can't even do voice text on here. I'm outside waiting for the results. and fecal exam. As soon as they come. Okay, so I do have another dog, yes. Thank you, Ari. He said, can anyone donate to help Blaze? DollFaceTrucker, Cash App. And I was talking about the worms, part like the white looking ones. Yeah. I do have another dog, Jerry. I want to get a puppy soon and train him to be my service animal. I'm gonna show you something. It's gonna be not safe for work. If you are queasy, stomach queasy, turn away. I'm about to show you his poop. What it's been looking like. Oh, the signal over here sucks. Boy, St. Louis got some terrible signal, boy, I'm telling you. Ah, it's terrible. So this is what his poop was looking like most of the week. Probably like half of the week. It was looking like that. That thing in the middle, it's like a blood, some type of blood. So that's what I've been dealing with. But then his first poop, when we first treated him, it looked like this. And what's crazy about this is that's when the doctor said it looks like the worms. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but see those like white things? He said those are the worm casings. So that's what he pooped out, but this is what he threw up. Which they said dogs can throw up worms. That was on the 25th. And then this was on the 28th. It's on the 28th. So that don't look like, that's not parvo poop. This is him at the vet on the 28th. And then when they gave him the entice, the medicine to eat, like stimulate his appetite, this is what he did. He doesn't want to eat any of what the doctors are giving him. He wants to eat the food that I'm giving him. Grubbing. Like there were a couple of crumbs on the floor, and he was trying to eat them, so I pulled some out the bag, and he likes this. Eating. So that was on the 28th in the daytime. And then right after he ate, this is what his poop looked like. Right? So then that first poop, this one, was that morning before I took him to the doctor. And then this one was after I took him to the doctor. And I'm like, what's the deal? What's happening, right? So then on the 28th also, this is how he was acting. Is it gonna play? Look. It's after he ate his food. That's him gagging. Like, I didn't understand what's happening with him. So then he kept having little poops and stuff like that. And then on the 29th, he started getting better. Like, he was fighting me and everything. I was giving him his medicine. His eyes are wide open. He looks all bushy-eyed. Or what is it, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed?
This is what opened his mouth. He just has it in his mouth. Swallow it.
Oh, she's coming back out. Let's see what she got to say.
So with carbo negative, if you want to go ahead and grab your puppy, we're going to bring you in a room to see the doctor, and he's going to go over the fecal test with you, okay?
Okay. I'm recording on YouTube. I'm a content creator. Is that okay if I record in there?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, thank you. Come on, Blaze. Blaze. Ugh. Come on, baby. You want to grab him? Say hi, Blaze.
You want me to grab him so you can get down?
Well, I was asking you if you wanted to grab him.
Oh, yeah. Just open the door. Sorry if you want to.
Am I getting everything? I think I got everything. He's so skinny now.
Yeah, he looks pretty pale.
Yeah, he is.
Check up
He's very
PCV
pale.
to see if that fell at all. That blood test that your doctor said that he had a 17 in it.
I think it's a 50-50 chance. I want to see how much he weighs.
Okay, yeah, we'll weigh him in here.
I think it's a 50-50 chance that it failed because I've been doing my best to keep him hydrated and fed.
Is he, do you remember how much he weighed the last time?
6.38. Oh, his doctor wanted to know what the email address was.
Oh, sure.
So he could send
So,
a reference.
he's 2.8 kgs.
It's about 5, 6.
Whoa. Yeah, probably about 6. He's 6.1, and what did you say he was?
On the 28th, he was 6.25, and on the 25th,
So, yeah, he's
he was
also-
6.38.
Put your blankie down first before we lay on the cold table. So the email address.
So this is the stuff from, like, I don't know if you need the medical records still when we have these. That's from the animal hospital that did the
So these
TBC
were his
test.
entry photos. So he was just at the vet on the 25th.
Yeah, 25th and 28th. Dang, babe. Look at how skinny he got, y'all. Y'all see, remember how fat he was? Look. That's parvo skinny.
So I'm going to go ahead and grab a few things to get some vitals, and have a better look at him, okay?
There's a chair over here. Ladies, I need you to feel better. He don't want to hold himself up. You can lay down. It's okay. Lay down. You got stuff all over your face.
Actually, while he's laying down, I'm just gonna get a temperature and see if they have a fever. I know, buddy. I'm really sorry.
What's the code name? His shots, he got his shots on the 17th or somewhere around the week. He's supposed to get his next shots on the 9th, but if he's not feeling better, he can't get them.
It's okay, baby.
I'm stumped. Usually I'm pretty good at like trying to figure out what's wrong.
They did run his stool sample. He still has
The worms.
hookworms.
Yeah, that's what I was
so,
thinking.
Do you know what medications they sent him home on originally for
Yeah.
the worms?
So the first one, Blaze, where you going? Where you going? He's trying to get down.
I can't get down.
This is the stuff they sent the first time. And personally, he gave me one dewormer. They said it's a one and done. But the way he declined so fast, I didn't feel like that was enough. Because from what I've learned about hookworm, from what I learned about hookworm, it's supposed to be like a thing for like 5 days or something.
Yeah, so he should have gotten more than one dose.
This is the second.
This is the second visit here?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I bought Pedialyte. I bought this. His vet said he could have this. I got, well, he gave me that. When he got to me, when I picked him up, he was on this because he had an allergic reaction for his.
Okay, Clavomax, this is an antibiotic.
Yeah, he had an allergic reaction, so there's a lump here. It was like that big.
Okay.
So,
and he had you given that? Are you still giving this?
No, I'm not giving that anymore. And then there's some of the stuff he had already eaten. This, and then another can for, I think it's Hill Science.
Science Diet?
Digestive.
Okay.
So he ate that the first day. He don't like it. The digestive, he won't eat that.
Okay.
I feed him Blue Buffalo. He likes that.
Okay.
And then, but he won't eat that like too much while he's nauseous.
Okay.
But he likes Caesar, chicken, and carrots.
Okay.
But when I feed him, but it's not to put you down because I need to show her. When I feed him the chicken and carrots, his poop is straight watery.
Okay.
It's just, you see carrots and you see like, it looks like mustard water.
Okay.
But when he's not eating, what's bear in here? Okay. It should be on here. Y'all might have to go. I'm gonna have to turn y'all off for. Alright, y'all, I'm back.
His respiratory rate's elevated. Would you mind if I
People
run
can
him
catch
back?
hookworm, yes.
So we can check his PCB real quick, and see what his result is now. Since he looks so pale, it'll just take a minute or so.
I was
It's gonna be
trying.
okay, Mom.
I was trying, please. I was. All of this stuff.
We're gonna take you back real
I'm
quick.
not even eating. You eating it, I'm not eating.
Aw. All right, we'll be right back.
I'm gonna eat his dog food in a minute. Shoot. So yes, you can get hookworm by stand like it could be in soil, and if you step on it, it can burrow into your skin. You can get I forgot all other worms that you can get, but hookworm is definitely one of them. So I've been doing nothing but disinfecting my truck. I put pads all over the floor, so if he ends up pooping, it won't get on the floor. I don't have to disinfect stuff. Like, it's not getting anywhere. I'm so afraid that he's gonna have to have a blood transfusion. Oh my God. Like, what do they do at the veterinarian when you don't have the money to get them the care? Because it costs money to euthanize them too. But the lady who I got him from, she was like, before you euthanize them, give them back to me. And I'm like, I'm not gonna euthanize them. But if I get to the vet and he's like on his deathbed, I can't, His PVC was 17%. Cross your fingers, y'all. Cross your fingers. Cross your fingers. Cross your fingers that it didn't go down. Pray. Pray that it didn't go down. Pray. And the reason why they don't want to give him iron supplements is because of the diarrhea. He has diarrhea and it's going to make it worse. No, I'm not on home time. I was supposed to pick up a load in Edwardsville, Illinois tomorrow morning. So I had nothing to do today. What did she say he was? 6.1? So he lost basically a pound in 14 days. I don't know if that's good or bad. But I knew it. I knew he still had those damn worms. Because they only gave him one thing. Thank you. Damn, they basically gave him two deworm treatments. They were pills, or chewables. I don't know, one was a chewable and one was like paste. And I felt like that wasn't enough, right? It wasn't enough because he declined so quickly. Like, one minute he was fine and the next minute he was just off the cliff. And for him to get as sick as he did that quick, he had to have been dealing with these worms since before I got him. But so I got him from a rescue, and the rescue got him from an animal shelter. The animal shelter got him from some people who saw him out on the street, saw his mom out on the street with the puppies, and they picked him up and took him to the animal shelter. So I don't understand why people do that to dogs. Like, if you can't take care of them, don't just neglect them like that. Look how he's suffering. That's not fair. They didn't ask to be here. I'm so glad I brought him though. Well, the lady, she gave it to me. She said let me see. I'll tell you when his last shots were. And she dewormed him. That's the crazy part. Okay, so his last shots were on August 9th. That's his first set of people can catch dog worms. You can catch hookworm. Look it up. Google it. 11/9, he got his first set of shots. He got dewormed on 11, 14, 15, 16, and 17. I got him on the 17th. And he was healthy. But with hookworm, right? Certain medication kills only the worm and not the eggs. So what I'm thinking is he may have been dewormed of the worms, but the eggs were still in his stool. The cycle for the eggs to hatch, there's a cycle. So the eggs must have hatched. So he must have had a whole, because she dewormed him and she said it was so many worms in his poop. So he must have had a whole bunch of worms, meaning then he had a whole bunch of eggs. And all those eggs just hatched after I got them. So let me see if I got some stuff on hookworm. I got tapeworms, heartworms, ear mites. They didn't say anything about hookworms on here. I need him to get healthy so I can get him vaccinated so he could be over all of this stuff. That's why it's important to give them those monthly or every 3 months, like flea and tick and all that stuff. And this is just all the welcome stuff that I got when I first got them. Oh wait, here's some information. Oh no, these are foods that you can't feed dogs. Did you know that onion and garlic, too much onion and garlic gives them blood cell damage and anemia? Did you know grapes give them kidney failure? Did you know that? I didn't know that. Avocado makes them have vomiting and diarrhea. Raisins gives them kidney failure. Did you know that? Mushrooms gives them shock or death. Man. It's like I didn't know nothing about all of that stuff. Bear already came with everything. A zoonotic disease. That's what a zoonotic disease. That's what can be passed to humans. If it's zoonotic, it means it can be passed to humans. So, zoonotic or zoonotic. Zoonosis or zoonotic diseases are those diseases that can be transmitted directly or indirectly from animals to humans. For example, some worms can be transmitted in the environment. It says, like for example, ticks, right? Coccidia, ear match, fucking dirty, heart, my arm, take my tricks. It says ticks and fleas can carry potential illness, can transmit several potential illnesses to humans, like rickettsiosis can be transmitted by ticks. Bartonellosis, infection with Bartonella, is transmitted between cats by fleas and may spread to people. Fleas serve as an intermediate host for tapeworms, which can affect both pets and humans. If my dog or cat has intestinal worms, how can these parasites infect humans? Roundworms are the most common intestinal parasite of pets and the most likely to be transmitted to humans. Roundworm. Humans can accidentally ingest infected worm eggs that have been passed through the pet's feces and left in the environment. How the fuck? Oh. The eggs can then hatch in the human's intestinal tract, and the immature worms can travel to various tissues in the body, including the eyes and brain. You reduce the risk by restricting access to contaminated areas such as sandboxes, pet walk areas, and other high traffic areas. Practicing good personal hygiene, disposing of pet feces on a regular basis. Yep, that's true. It says, what can you do to prevent it? Practice good hygiene, use preventative flea and tick treatment year-round. Only feed pets cooked or prepared food, not raw meat. A lot of people do that. Minimize exposure to high-traffic pet areas. Clean up feces. Do annual testing. Administer running medications. Recommended by the vet, not the store. That makes my stomach hurt just thinking about that. That's why I don't let my dog be out in those pet thingies. And this is coccidia in dogs. It's an intestinal tract infection caused by a single-celled organism called coccidia. They're subclassified into a number of genre groups, and each group has a number of species. It refers to a gastrointestinal infection with something. But so what I learned about, so there's this thing called cryptosporidium. I was watching Forensic Files, right? This guy, he was mad at the world for something, I forgot what it was, and he infected all of the gay men in his city with cryptosporidium. No, he infected a whole bunch of people with it, but only gay men who had HIV had it and they couldn't get rid of it.
Hi.
Hi.
Bring him back. We got some blood, okay? We're running a test.
Okay. So cryptosporidium is a disease where a normal healthy person, it's never going to go away, but you can maintain it, contain it. But if you have HIV, it's going to kill you faster than anything else. So coccidia, a strain of it is the you're cold. The strain of it is that thing. Golly. Oh, your feet are wet. Did you pee? Oh. They didn't put a Band-Aid on you? I'm sorry. Cover it up. They need to put a Band-Aid on you. Yeah, what am I going to do if I got to give him a blood transfusion? So yeah, coccidia is bad. They're resistant to conditions. They're resistant to bleach. They never go away, but they become inactive, and then they come up again. It says in puppies and debilitated adult dogs, coccidosis may cause severe watery diarrhea, dehydration, abdominal distress, and vomiting. And they can get it from their mom. They get it by eating or licking contaminated plants, soil, or feces. They can also be infected by ingesting rodents that are infected with it. The eggs are deposited in feces into the environment where they mature and cause infection or reinfection, like in soil. So now I see why people be having those indoor grass things for their dogs. I wonder if he's in pain. I know that low red blood cells makes it hard for them to breathe because they don't have any oxygen. Because the red blood cells carry oxygen. And he's probably cold all the time. But he doesn't like being by the heat. He's always laying in part of the truck where it's cool. And he can get, like if he was to fall.
Hello, my name's Dr. Lady. It's nice to meet you.
My heart just started beating really fast. I got scared. I'm already scared.
Oh, I know. It's an awful, scary time for you. I'm sorry this is happening to you. So where did you get Blaze from and for how long have you had him?
I got him on the 17th from a rescue.
Okay.
And they got him from an animal shelter. The animal shelter got him from some people who saw his mom with the pups on the side of the road.
Okay. So you got him on the 17th. When did things kind of start to go south? When you get sick?
On the 23rd.
Okay. And it just started with the bloody diarrhea, or was he vomiting, not eating?
He didn't have bloody diarrhea at all.
Okay.
Never had bloody diarrhea. So he started with diarrhea, and then he threw up like 3 times in a row. So I'm a truck driver, and I came home on the 20th. So I was like, I'm already knowing he's gonna have a little bit of diarrhea because it's a change of environment. So I thought that's what was gonna happen, but on the 24th, it was more diarrhea. So I was like, okay, maybe, you know. So on the 25th, he just wasn't even looking right. It was just bad. So I took him to the vet.
Okay. Did they, after the treatments that they did he start to eat, or how did it go?
The 25th, No. Well, kinda. They gave him the Hill Science digestive care.
It sounds like he didn't like any of that food, right? He just
Yeah.
wants his Little Caesars.
He ate it a little bit.
Okay.
And then I had to force feed him.
Mm-hmm.
And then by the 28th, he was getting, like, he looked worse to me.
Mm-hmm.
So then that's when they gave him this. And then they gave him Entice.
Okay.
And then he ate his kibble. He didn't want that or the Entice. I mean, or the digestive care.
Yeah,
He wanted his
so-
kibble.
Do you still have some of the Entice left? Or like,
Yeah,
have you been using it? Or?
I haven't used it because it works for like probably 6 to 8 hours,
Okay.
and then he
That's
doesn't
it.
eat anymore. And I'm tempted to give him more, but
Yeah.
I know I can't. It could be bad for him.
Yeah.
And it says every 12 hours, and I'm like, man, I just want to keep giving it to him so he can keep eating.
Right. Yeah.
So what I've done was I got him this, and then last night I bought kale pectate and that Caesars stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He likes the Caesars, but his stool is super watery because right now it has some type of something in it.
Mm-hmm.
But when he eats food, it's super watery, and I don't know if it was because of this. The kale pectate didn't work. That didn't work. So I was like, okay. And he's out of the probiotic. He used all of that already.
What if? So he hasn't eaten anything today. Is that right?
No,
Not eating
I just gave him a little dip of that because I thought he had colitis, and they said wait 24 hours before feeding him.
Or feeding, yeah.
So I was like, well, let's see if that's it. I'm trying everything.
Okay. So yeah, we checked fecal and we did see, he does still have the hookworms present, which they saw, on the 25th. And I guess they gave you a dose of dewormer. Did they give a dose of the dewormer while he was in the hospital, or?
So the animal doctor, the vet, I don't know. It would be on that paperwork. But they gave me a chewable the first time. The second time it was a syringe with some type of pasty stuff in it. It was like 6 cc's. And then the coccidia. So they gave me 3 syringes. One for the day that I got it, one for the next day, and then one for a week later. And a week later would be Monday. But on the second day when I gave it to him, I was force feeding him that day, and he threw it up.
Okay.
So then the doctor told me to give him the 3rd one that day. So now he doesn't have one for Monday to finish his coccidia treatment. All the research that I've done, it was mitronazidol, and what's the other one? And Serenia. For everything that I thought it was and what I know it is, everybody said mitronazidol and Serenia, and keep him hydrated. So I was like, well, he's not getting as hydrated as I want him to be.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, maybe he can get IV fluids here or subcutaneous.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah, we can do that. I'm just looking over their different medications here.
and I felt like the dewormer didn't work. Like I for him to have progressed so fast, I feel like he had a lot of worms.
Yeah.
Because this is his deworming schedule that she gave me.
So they don't have one here that they saw coccidia, but they definitely did see.
Yeah, it should be on it. It should be on the 28th. The paper on the 28th. There should be 2 of them.
Just from the 25th, yeah.
Oh, she may have taken it. Oh, that's it.
So you guess you went there obviously 2 different times, hookworms, pyrotel.
What's up, princess? I know when he tries to eat, he's nauseous. So then he won't eat. And then when he does eat, he has diarrhea. And then he loves a Pedialyte. He drinks more of that than he does the water.
Has he been drinking that today? He was drinking the Pedialyte today? Okay, that's good. So, his max cell volume on the 28th was 17%. We just checked it, it was at 18%. So, I mean, you're holding steady. You're holding steady there. The bad thing is, why is he not eating? We gotta get food.
Nausea.
We gotta get calories into him. So,
That's why I want this.
yeah. So I would, in all these over-the-counter things, I would hold off on that right now, and I would treat. We know the hookworms are still present.
What about the iron supplements? They said they couldn't give it to him, but I forgot why.
Yeah, so with an iron, so there's a lot of different things that can cause a dog to be anemic, in people too. Common with people is to have an iron deficiency. In his situation, that's nothing to do with an iron deficiency. It's just the parasites that are leaching it, from his bloodstream. So I guess the best recommendation I could give, which I know you're not going to financially want to do that. Yeah. So the best thing I could recommend is to actually keep him here. So a pack sublime of 18%. I'm not thinking transfusion right now.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, just to get him feeling better quicker, it would be best for us to place an IV catheter, give IV fluids, make sure we're getting these different medications down, and after 24 hours, if we can get his appetite back and if he's eating, then we would send him home. The downside of this one plan, I'll give you a second plan here in a second. The downside of that plan is cost. To keep him overnight and keep him in the ICU for 24 hours. Off the top of my head, I don't know cost.
ICU, that's what they're paying?
Yeah, I would say you're probably looking at $800-900.
Yeah, $900. Oh, I'm thinking thousands. Okay.
Yeah. It would still be, we wouldn't be doing blood work and X-rays. Your diagnostics, most part, have already been done. The other option is we can do outpatient.
Subcutaneous, and I can do it.
Yeah. So, and you shouldn't. It's not something where in a puppy with what he's got going on, you shouldn't have to keep redosing the sub-Q fluids. If we do our medications right, you should just
one done.
Yeah, one and done. So we would give the sub-Q fluids here. We can give a Serenia injection here.
They gave him the Serenia injection too, but I want to take some with me.
Yeah, we can get you Serenia tabs as well, and I would do I would stop all the other medications that he's been on, and I would do 2 different medications. One of them, it's called Panicure. It's going to treat the hookworms that are present, and then I would actually do something called Albon that would treat the coccidia.
I said
present.
that.
So
asked the guy, I was like, I need Albon, and I need Panicure, or I need more of the metronidazole, whatever it's called.
So I mean, do you have any more of the metronidazole, or is that all?
It's probably one more syringe left of the medicine in there.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be good. We don't have it in liquid. We have it in pill form. But it would be good.
It's in pill form, right?
Okay. Yeah, pills are fine.
And I can put a little Pedialyte in it and mash it to a paste or something.
Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, the metronidazole is going to be good. Now, there's a hierarchy. Sometimes when they're in the state, it's hard to get the medications down. There's a hierarchy of importance for the medications. The most important one is the Panicure. And I'm going to have this listed out on your discharges. Panicure you give once a day, 3 days in a row. That's the most important one.
That's it? Only 3 days?
Yeah, you only have to do 3 days. It's the strongest, most broad spectrum dewormer that we have. So
did he take Panicure? Did they give it to him?
He didn't get Panicure. He had something called Pyrantel, which it does treat it, the hookworms that are present. But I think we need to do something different since he's obviously not,
They gave him 2 different dewormers already.
Yeah.
So.
And I saw, one was Droncit, which is a tablet, and then one was the Pyrantel. Yeah. The other good thing about Panicure is it is pretty cheap. So I think in our situation that's going to help. It's actually a cattle dewormer, so works well. So that's the most important one. The next one is the one called Albon, which you have to give once a day for 2 weeks. That's going to be the next most important one. And then lastly,
that's the antiparasitic or something. Right?
The Albon is for the coccidia.
Yes, thank you. Yeah. I was like, why didn't the doctor give him this? The
metronidazole can treat the coccidia. It's not the first thing I go to, but
I think he was downplaying it. I think he wasn't thinking how serious it was. I was thinking how serious it was.
Well, it was detected with a fecal PCR, so it's definitely there. So
okay.
But yeah, and I don't know how much the meds and fluids and all that is. I'll have a tech get an estimate together, and we'll come in and let you know.
So you said that if I needed to keep him, you would like to keep him here, and what would you do here if I kept him?
So you place an IV catheter and give him IV fluids, and like the Serenia we can give through his IV port. We can, make sure he gets down these different deworming medications and everything. So it's.
Can't y'all do that like right now, before I leave?
So yeah.
I can stay here, and my load picks up at 9 a.m.
So your cost for that whole plan isn't necessarily just the time in ICU. It's placing the catheter and giving the oral medications and all that. And
you charge for that?
Yeah. So
Pro bono?
What?
You can't do pro bono just as much?
If it was my clinic, because he's so cute, I would consider it. But I don't know this clinic. I've only worked here for a few months actually. So I don't. It's not it's not up to me to.
So then my job is to make sure he keeps the medication down and he's hydrated.
Yeah.
Yesterday I gave him
Do you have any more of his medications, or is this everything right
That's
here?
everything.
Okay.
Well, it was 12 cc's of Pedialyte. And I was trying to be careful not to make him aspirate.
Yeah.
That scared me. I didn't want him to do that,
Yeah.
but
It's hard force feeding him.
he doesn't like it. But he
drinking.
likes drinking it. Like I don't know how much he's lapping up, but
Mhm.
he's drinking it, and he'll drink it. Sometimes he'll just lay his head in there
Yeah.
because he's too tired to hold it up.
Yeah, whooped.
He's not dehydrated.
He could be. It's hard for us to detect if they're borderline dehydrated. He could be borderline. So I mean, I think giving him some sub-Q fluids is only going to help. Now, whenever you give sub-Q fluids and they're anemic, it does dilute them more. But since his back cell volume is 18%, I mean, I think we can give some fluids and a little bit. And I think
I'm
he's gonna
doing
be
good
okay.
though. I mean, it went up 1%. So I just got the Pedialyte yesterday.
Mhm.
So
Okay. Yeah, it was a good find. So it's good to get him on that. So yeah. But yeah, I'll step out and get you an estimate for all the medications and injections and
So we're
everything.
treating coccidia, the worms, the nausea, and what about the diarrhea?
The metronidazole can help the diarrhea. So I mean, in
So-
theory, if you treat the coccidia and the hookworms, you should get the diarrhea to go away. The metronidazole helps.
Is that the
helps
worms
reduce-
that's in his poop?
Mhm.
You saw it? You saw the picture?
The technician saw parasite eggs.
What? Oh, and on the looking at the thing?
Yeah.
What does it look like?
It just looks like a little football, actually.
So that's his. I thought this was parasite eggs.
Yeah, and you can only see them under a microscope. Yeah, if I had a pen, I'd draw you a picture. They just look like tiny little footballs. Like a big,
Oh, okay.
a smaller,
I saw
they
the
look like
other
a
thing.
darker football stuck inside a lighter football. Kind of weird. looking.
Understood, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you a picture of his first diarrhea.
Oh,
So the ER doc said that looks like worm casings.
yeah.
This was his first vomit.
More parasites, yeah.
That's parasites? Those are worms?
Looks like, yeah. It's like tiny little pieces. You
Shit.
can't tell. Unless he was eating something.
Can you imagine if we vomited worms?
I would lose it.
Right. And it's a no occurrence for them. So then that was that. And then like that was his poop progression. Every time he poops, I take a picture of it.
Yeah.
I probably have a bigger picture. I probably zoomed in a little
it's
bit
okay.
on it. Oh yeah. And that's a video.
Yeah, it's a lot of mucus. And the metronidazole helps get that mucus under control.
I thought the metronidazole was making him nauseous because every time.
Well, it could be. I mean, that can always cause nausea too. Any oral medication can.
Every
So-
time he would take the medicine, this is how he would present. Every time I give him his medicine. And that scared me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, is he gonna pass out and die? I just had a German Shepherd pass away on the 6th for hemangiosarcoma.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm so paranoid with him.
Yeah. Has he been coughing at all, or?
No, this is when he first started coughing. Where is it at? I was gonna give him that too. There might be some pictures in here you can't see, so just FYI.
Okay.
Which one? He was coughing when he.
Has he been coughing recently? Like the last couple of days, or?
Not at all.
Okay, then I'm not too worried about it.
But what I wanted to show you is the hack that he does. And the vet said if he does.
And that was on the 25th or the 20th,
Yeah.
I guess, when you brought him in.
So now what he does is just like something's in his throat.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was nausea
When's the last time you did that?
today. But he doesn't do it all the time, and it's not as strong. He'll probably just go like if a fly got stuck in his throat real quick and flew in his throat, or I think if he's gagging because he was drinking this Pedialyte. You know how like when you drink something that's citrusy and it kind of makes you cough afterwards?
Yeah.
So he was drinking this Pedialyte and he did the little cough thing. And I'm like, oh, well, maybe. This was when he was trying to use the bathroom on the 25th too. Which made me think that was the colitis, because draining.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a sign of colitis, just draining and pushing and having mucus and diarrhea. Yeah.
And so he doesn't have colitis?
No, I think he does, yeah.
He does.
Yeah. And the colitis is secondary to the parasites. So,
Right.
I mean, that's not your, your end diagnosis. It's, colitis secondary to parasites. So, yeah.
Okay.
So, that's what we'll, start with fluids, Serenity medication, Serenity injection, oral meds to go home. Food-wise, something you can try is chicken and rice. Grilled chicken.
Have anything to cook it with?
Yeah, I guess you're in your truck. You can go to like McDonald's and get just like a grilled chicken.
I was thinking of getting like scrambled eggs because that eggs are good.
So eggs do have cholesterol, which can be irritating to their stomach. You can go to a grocery store and get like Uncle Ben's, minute rice.
Right.
You can do like a chicken patty cut up with some rice.
I know he won't eat rice.
You won't eat it?
Because before I took him to the doctor on Thanksgiving, I gave him rice. He wouldn't eat it.
Is there any people food? Like, does he like bread or any people food or?
I don't know. I don't want to give him people food, but I brought in some before he got sick. Before I went home, I had catfish and red beans and rice. He smelled it and he was screaming at me because he wanted it.
You want it? So I mean, what you like to do when they have an upset stomach, you want to feed them bland food, and what you want to do is you don't want to give them any fats. So no fried chicken or fried rice, that type of thing. But they do need a protein source and a carb source. So
that's Caesar's diet stuff, no?
It does. Well, it has fat in it. So and Caesar's is. I know dogs love it, but it's kind of like McDonald's for dogs.
What about this?
It has a higher fat content. So you can get a little bit of that, a little bit of Nutri-Cal, just to get some calories and vitamins into him. Yeah, that's fine. And that shouldn't be the only thing that he eats. And you can give it.
This is what I was going to order. The enzymes with electrolyte powder.
I wouldn't do that. I would just stick with the Pedialyte that you've been giving. And what is that? It's an electrolyte?
Yeah, it's electrolyte powder.
Yeah, I think you can just do the Pedialyte.
And this is red blood cell stuff to get his blood
Yeah,
cells.
so like I said, I don't think his immunity's from an iron deficiency. I think it's just from the parasites. So.
Okay, and then I think this is pretty good. It's freeze dried, human grade meat food. And you just put chicken or bone broth or something in it.
You can try it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't want to order nothing without asking you first, and then it's
I mean, I think that'd be okay, yeah.
So that's the Tomlin. That was the blood support, and that was this under the weather. Because this is for cats, that's for dogs. But the difference is just the feeding directions. For dogs, it's 3 cc's per 10 pounds of body weight, or 6, and this is 5 to 10.
Yeah, so this does have a lot of fat in it. So, I mean, it's a
only
calorie.
28 kcal though.
So if you're looking at percent, so this, like I talked about earlier, so when you feed them, you want to do no fats. You want to give carbs, you want to give proteins. Now this, so going by percent composition, so this is 0.6% protein, 18.5% fat, and 3% fiber or carbohydrates. So it has a way too high of a fat content than I would recommend. But I think this is for when he does get his weight, when he does get his appetite back and he's eating well, if you want to put weight on him, this is what you use.
Okay.
But in the meantime, since he has an upset stomach, you don't want to use this. And it's just because of the higher fat content.
Okay.
So, okay.
What about his?
If you'll eat it, you can give him that. You can do that, or you can do, I mean, basically you have to get in whatever he's going to eat. If it's only the Caesars, then just give him the Caesars. If you can, get chicken and rice somewhere, you can do that. Or or if you order that off Amazon, that under the weather, freeze dried, you can try that too. But I mean, basically, you just have to get calories in him one way or another.
How much should I feed him? Like every 4 hours or 8 hours?
Yeah, so you'll do smaller meals more frequently. So if you're with him and you're able, I try and feed him every couple hours you can. Every 2 to 3 hours, just do very small amounts. So, and how small amounts? How much? I don't know. Dog size, a couple tablespoons. Not very much.
Is it?
Yeah. So
okay.
You start small. You don't want to give one really big meal that really stretches out their stomach. Start small and then increase your meal size over a few days.
I usually do just a hand, like a little small handful, up there.
Yeah.
Eat it.
Yeah, you can do that.
I was looking for something, but I guess I can't find it on here. Okay.
Okay. But I'll have the technicians get an estimate together before we get started, and I'll let you know. There's no sticker shock.
Got a trucker discount?
Should be one. Every time I drive a truck, I think, people always talk about other trucks, they take up the road and they're hard to navigate around. But anything you ever buy or, get, it got there from a truck.
Yeah.
My dad was a truck driver he's still technically a truck driver. He hauls feet. He doesn't do, I don't know if you do long haul.
Mm-hmm. I'm getting ready to go to Portland.
Yeah.
That's why I can't.
He used to do that for probably 15 years, before I was born. He was a long haul trucker and it's hard. It's a hard life. It's important though.
I can't put him, is it sanitized in here?
Yeah, you can put him down if he wants down.
Okay, so now, his immunizations are due on the 9th.
Yeah, if he's feeling well and he's eating and drinking, yeah, get him done. So I
Okay.
think you're gonna know something by then.
Hurry up.
Yeah, and his parvo test is negative. Hopefully
Right.
somebody came and told you that.
Yeah.
But yeah, if he is eating okay and acting fine, then I think you're okay to go ahead and give him his shots.
Well, he has no problem eating. He's just not eating as much as I want him to.
Yeah.
And he's about to poop. Oh damn! He's about to poop on the floor. Ugh. Yep.
Oh, poor guy.
Ugh. Why is it watery like that? Why did it change?
It's just inflammation in his colon. So an important job of the colon is to reabsorb water from their stool, and when the colon's very inflamed, when they have colitis, they don't reabsorb it. It just goes right out. So.
It has a little bit of blood in it.
Yeah, and that happens with colitis too. Oh, poor guy.
So he could be reinfecting himself then, right? Because if he steps in it sometimes.
Yeah, he technically can, but I wouldn't worry about reinfection. I mean, let's say he was in the same environment for weeks, and some of these parasites like hookworms, they can stay in their eggs for a long time and get out in the environment. So I wouldn't be too concerned about him reinfecting
You're gonna do it
himself
without gloves
in
on?
the next few days. I'm just gonna do kind of a quick one
Oh,
here.
scary and stuff.
Hopefully
Look at that one stunk.
It is pretty gross. Poor guy.
So we are giving him some for diarrhea, right? Yeah, metronidazole.
Yeah, I did mention that, so yeah. So, but yeah, I'll step out and I'll have the text, get an estimate
It's
together.
totally stained. It looks like turmeric.
Yeah, it does look
Turmeric
like that.
water.
Yeah, and all the techs can do a better job of cleaning too, okay? Hold
Thank
on.
you.
Yep.
Guys, it smells like bile. He's pooping bile. Oh, Lord Jesus. I'm scared of this fucking price. Oh my God. Let's put all this stuff back. So don't give him no more medication. Just give him what they're gonna give him. So I know the medications are between like $20 and $30. So they're gonna give me like 4 of those. So it's $30 each, 3, 6, 9, 12, 120. Plus the parvo was 50, so it's 170. Plus the exam. Did his vet just text me? I was finally looking at some of the photos, gonna email pictures. It's still processing on our system since each one has been sent pictures that show up. One of them has transferred. I did see potentially some blood and diarrhea, which is concerning for the last more than a couple of days. And well, I'm gonna up tomorrow, just give it a update how he's doing. Well, he still has some burns. And PVC is 18%. So it went up. I'm texting his vet. And so he still has a growing PVC, so it went up. And negative for parvo. That's all they need to know. Oh, lazy made it stink in here. So we got 170 plus 140. So that's 2, 3, 20, 310, 150, 220. I have 320, I think. I just might have just enough. What did he say? They did an update on I sound like a veterinarian. I do so much research. Y'all know truck drivers don't have nothing to do but think. I've done so much research because I'm the type of person, like, I need to know the process, right? I need to know why things happen and how to fix those things. Like, so I know he has heartworm. So, well, I think my question was not heartworm, Lord Jesus, knock on wood. I needed to know about the red blood cell stuff, like the anemia. How does anemia work? So when you're anemic, what is happening to your body? How do you become not anemic? And by knowing all of that stuff, then I know what I gotta do. So say, for example, they say being hydrated helps red blood cells. So now I'm about to give him a whole bunch of stuff to hydrate him. Or if they say certain ingredients irritates it. It's not like any more than him. So then I will look for stuff that don't have those ingredients. It's all about, like, you know how I'm gonna go to law school? We have to think critically like that. We have to think about every single thing, all of the angles, so we're not blindsided. But you can use that in everyday life. And that's what I was doing with him. Because I'm thinking about me, like when we're sick. If you're sick and your stomach hurts, you have diarrhea. If you take medication, certain medications make it hurt worse, right? And if you drink certain things, it can either hurt worse or it can make you feel better. And I just started, and then, I have tracking, they have tracking on, you know how they track us on our phones and stuff? So when I go on Facebook, I get Chewy ads and veterinarian ads and medication for dog ads. So Chewy popped up and it had all these medications. And I'm like, what's that? So I click on it, I'll read the name of the medication, I'll read what it's for. And if I think it's something that can help him, I screenshot it. Mental note, I'm gonna tell the doctor that. And then I go to the next medication, And then I'm learning what is antiparasitic, what is a dewormer, how does it work? What kills the worms and the eggs, not just the eggs. Not just the worms, what kills both of them? What are the different levels of dewormer? Like, I wanna know everything so that I can tell them what kind of medicine I want, because doctors literally, if you think about it, if you go to the doctor and tell them, I have a sore throat, I have tonsillitis, I need medication for it. He's gonna give you the medication. He's pretty much not gonna test you for it, right? Unless he can't talk. If you go to the doctor and tell them what you have, they will basically just give you the medication for it. Their job is so fucking easy. So they don't really have to do anything. So with this doctor, with not him, but in Houston, his doctor is only dealing with what he's being presented with. He's being presented with diarrhea, hookworms, and a little cough. So he treated diarrhea, hookworms, and a little cough. It wasn't a lot of throwing up and all that stuff, so he didn't give him the strongest medicine. He basically took it at face value. I felt like it was worse than that because I'm spending all of my time with the dog, not the vet. So the vet is not seeing what I see every night, what I'm seeing all day, how he's acting and reacting and how he's presenting. The vet doesn't see that, so he doesn't see how serious it is. So he probably didn't think it was that serious.
Hi. Okay, so
Just
I just,
get up in here, sorry.
I'm gonna go over an estimate for meds to go home. So as you know, the dewormer that was originally given was not a big enough or a long enough dose for it to work correctly. So with the exam fee,
But
the
just tell me the
test-
price first and then explain.
So it's $337.23 altogether.
I think I have like 320.
Okay, I can see what he can do. So what it
I
would
can see.
entail.
I just have to pull from everywhere.
Okay. What it would entail is the emergency fee and the parvo test that we already ran. Your Serenia to go home, which is the anti-nausea med to keep the vomiting and GI upset under control. So if he has an upset stomach and that helps calm it, it might help him eat a little easier.
It did. They gave him the injection. He
So
was
yeah,
great.
we'll give him an injection before he leaves, and then we'll send you home with some tablets of it to take while he's at home. And then sub-Q fluids to help with dehydration. We'd also be giving you Albon and Panicure, which are the 2 dewormers he actually needs to get rid of the worms that he's got, and those would be 2-week doses. And then we would also refill your metronidazole, the med that you already had him taking, to help with not only the worms but any infection, and it'll also help with diarrhea, So if you're okay with that.
So we're doing, let me
Go ahead.
think. I had it on my notes, but I'm on live. So nausea, diarrhea, eating, get weight gain. He would gain weight because he's eating. And then hydration.
The fluids to help with hydration.
Okay.
Yep.
Those are my mental
Yep.
notes.
So yeah, those would all be taken care of with this medicational regimen.
How long should I be seeing a change, and what are the side effects?
So as far as the Serenia, the injection we would give would kick in within about an hour. You should see less nausea and problems with eating. Most of the time it lasts 24 hours. And then you would start him on his dose of his oral meds, which each dose would last 24 hours.
Was he giving me more Entice?
Entice, no, that is an appetite stimulant that can help as well with the eating, but it does not calm the GI system like Serenia does. It just makes them hungry. So if they're still nauseous and they're eating, they may puke it up. But if they're not nauseous, which is what the Serenia takes care of, then they'll be able to eat better and keep it down as well.
Is Serenia equivalent to naproxen? Is that what we take?
No, naproxen is an NSAID. It's a pain medication.
Wait, what's the one that we take for nausea? Humans.
Like Pepsid?
It's a prescription, but it makes you sleepy.
I don't know.
Okay, I think. Okay. So I just want to make sure I keep doing what I'm doing because obviously his stuff went up with it.
Yeah. So it went up
1%.
0.1%, which isn't great, but it's better than it going down for sure.
I just got I just got the Pedialyte last night.
Yeah, and that'll help with hydration as well. Syringe feeding.
What promotes red blood cells? Like what can I give him?
So there's nothing specifically without a blood transfusion that you can just make him produce more red blood cells. He's slowly going to have to get better. So the reason he is so anemic is hookworms actually latch to their intestines and feed off of the blood.
I understand.
So that's what's taking it away. In order to regain blood cells, we're going to have to get rid of the worms and then get him back eating on a normal basis.
So after the worms are gone, what's going to heal the lesions that they left behind?
His body will just heal itself.
What about the coagulant?
What do you mean?
So when the hookworm hooks onto them, they put in a chemical so that it won't clot.
It's not that much of what you're thinking. Okay, I get what you're saying. So when they do that, it is not so much that it will prevent them from stopping bleeding. It's enough to where that when the hookworm is latched, the blood won't clot as they're ingesting it.
Okay.
But it's not like it doesn't basically inject it throughout the whole pet. It's just in that one little spot. Okay. So once the hookworms die and they fall off and come out of the puppy, he will start healing himself. I know that sounds awful. But yes, he will start healing himself, and all those spots where they were attached will slowly go back to normal, and his intestines and everything will heal themselves, which it will also help with the diarrhea stopping, because the diarrhea can also irritate the bowels as well if he's having it so frequently. That's why you saw a little bit of blood in it that one day. It can be from irritation.
So I forgot what I was gonna say. So I'm gonna see worms in his poop and throw up. Or poop.
So most often in cases where they're dewormed and they have such a severe case, you will see worms in their stool as they're dying off and coming out.
What is his stool gonna look like progressing to getting better?
So it
Change color.
is gonna look pretty liquidy for a while how it's looking until he starts to pass the worms. He will slowly have not a formed solid stool, but it will get a little firmer each time. You'll start to see spots that look like they're formed, but it's still kind of runny.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how it was looking when he first started getting sick, basically the reverse effect. And then the coloration will start to change back to its normal color and everything like that.
He still has coccidia.
He still has hookworms.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
we didn't see any coccidia. We saw hookworms though. But we're gonna go ahead and the medication will treat for both, just in case there is one or two lingering.
Can I give him a bath? And is he reinfecting himself? He steps on his poop.
Yes. So anytime he goes to the bathroom, you need to dispose of his poop.
I got him on pads.
Yeah. So that's great. So if he goes on it, get rid of it. Just throw it away.
And then when he steps in it, I have two things. I have some natural cleaner disinfectant with lavender, but then I also have bleach and like Fabuloso with water, and I'll spray it on a paper towel and with a Clorox wipe, and I'll wipe his feet with it.
Okay, so I wouldn't use any harsh cleaners like that on. Bleach can actually make them sick as well.
Okay.
So the best way to do it is just soap and water. If you have somewhere like a sink, you can wash his paws off with warm soap and water. That's the best way to do it. Baby wipes don't hurt to have because it's safe and gentle on the skin.
Can't get it off with the baby wipes.
Okay.
It's stuck.
Yeah. So I would just wash it with soap and water. Don't use any bleach products, harsh cleaners like Clorox or anything like that. Because if he licks his paws, it'll make him ill. Their paws, they can also absorb things through their paws that way as well. So yeah, soap and water, or a wet washcloth if that helps get between like his toes and stuff like that.
And I can't get infected by cleaning him, right?
So coccidia, no. Hookworms you can get, yes.
Even in his dry poop on his feet.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Do you have
hookworms.
any gloves I can take with me?
We don't have any. I know that you can buy them at Walmart and stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, if you are cleaning him or picking up his feces, I mean, on the potty pad, if you just gather the potty pad, you should be fine. It's not that bad.
Yeah.
But if you directly touch his feces, you can catch it. Or if he goes outside in a yard somewhere and you touch it, or like stepping it barefoot, not saying you would, but if it happened, you can catch it.
Yeah, they didn't believe me when I told them that. I was like, you catch it on your feet?
You can. Unfortunately, it's one of those parasites that goes for both species, so you got to be extra careful. Make sure if you have them in, say, your kitchen sink at home or something, you're washing his paws off, make sure you wash the sink out and spray it down with bleach real good before you wash your hands in the sink, just to make sure there's no backsplash or anything that gets on you, if that makes sense. So just anywhere you wash his feces off or anything, make sure you clean it up real good so you don't get it.
It'll be a truck stop, and hopefully they sanitize those truck stops like they're supposed to.
Right.
I'm taking notes. This is very educational.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's a lot to learn, and it's, you got to be careful with it. And like you said, if you're not only can you get sick, but he can reinfect himself, Hopefully, though, with taking these meds, we'll kill them off pretty quick, and once they're dead, they're dead. They don't, come back or anything like that.
On this leg right here, y'all didn't put a Band-Aid.
So he's not bleeding.
Isn't that an open wound?
No, that's... Open. Let's see. That's his fur.
No, it's open. Look.
Oh, it looks like she clipped it with the clippers.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
It hurts. Oh, my baby.
Poke you? I'm not gonna poke you. I'm sorry.
And it was fluid coming out of there.
Fluid.
After the IV.
Oh, so
yeah.
So that was the IV fluids. That's normal. That's not anything to be concerned about.
I know. I'm just saying that's.
Feel a little wet too.
This. Yeah.
Poor baby. So
Somebody get this dude over here. Princess, get him, please. Dane Silver.
If you would like to go ahead and do the meds to go home and everything like that, to keep him comfortable, and we can work on getting rid of these worms.
Try to get him as soon as possible.
Yeah. So, are you okay with this plan and
I have
everything?
150 on the advance my company gave me. On my checking account, I got like $77 and I have a credit card for 100.
Okay. So, all right, let me go ahead and take this back there. We'll get
I'll be
everything
paying
ready
3
to
different
start him.
things.
That's fine. We can
Okay.
do that. It won't affect anything. We'll get everything ready for him and get everything set up, and we'll be back to get your meds and all that stuff. Okay?
I just asked my fiance for some money, but he's at work, so he's not reading
Oh,
his text
okay.
messages right now.
Okay. Yeah. No worries.
That wasn't so bad, though. That would be a lot worse. I feel better. I feel satisfied with the result because that's what I wanted in the first place. I knew that what he had going on, he needed like a week or 2 of treatment, not just one day. So I'm glad with the result. Thank you, Princess. Okay, so I'm gonna show y'all some pictures of him when he was feeling good. I swear this dude, he is like a little model, like for real. He was posing for the camera. He was literally low-key posing for the camera. So cute. Okay, let's see. I'll show y'all how cute he is. Him posing for the camera. I'll show you the one he was posing, that one. Look at that, posing. And it gets better. Look at that. That's a calendar.
Real quick, I just want to let you know what we're going to be doing. So our doctor changed a little bit. So this one is the original estimate I just went over with you and plan. We're going to do the same exact thing, but what he did was removed the sub-Q fluid charge to bring it down a little lower. So this is going to be your end game here, okay?
I appreciate it.
We're still going to do the
Because I
sub-Q
asked him if he
fluids.
could teach me to do it, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Unfortunately, yeah, it's
There's
not
a guy on
something we
YouTube
can
telling
send
people to
home.
do that.
Yeah. So yeah, we're still going to do it. He just changed this a little bit to work with you a little better.
I appreciate
Okay.
it. Thank you.
So if you're okay with that, I'm gonna have you sign here at the bottom.
Sign on my way.
And I feel you. Yeah. And then we'll go ahead and take him back. We're gonna get him some sub-Q fluids and a Sereni injection, and then we'll get you all the meds to go home as well. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You gonna get your better place? He looks so different. Like even his head, that's opposed to. Even his head is smaller. His face is small. Like he lost weight in all of his little areas. He's on the verge of critically ill. Just put like this, C1. If I left him here, he would be in ICU right now. But I can't leave him here because I have to go to work. That's a calendar, y'all. Oh, I forgot to show y'all. King, if you're still here on here, and Princess, I think it was. Oh, I didn't even tell y'all. I've been so busy and preoccupied with this dog. I got Bear's ashes back and I got his paw print. And it was crazy. Did you know when a dog passes away, they say that they are crossing the Rainbow Bridge? When I came home from the animal hospital that day, this is what happened. That was right over my house when I got home. A rainbow. So then what I did was I edited and put Bear in it. Isn't that beautiful? So if y'all want this, well, I can't give y'all a picture of my house. But what I was thinking about doing was giving you guys who all donated to help a picture of Bear, maybe a picture of me and Bear, and you know what? I'm just thinking about. I just see a picture of his poop. When I first got him, that was indicative of worms. He had worms in his poop, and I didn't even know. If I would have known he had worms in his poop that day, we wouldn't be going through this right now. I'm just not realizing that. I'm gonna save that for her to see it. So I'm gonna show you his paw print and the box and stuff. I don't know if y'all wanna see the video. I'm not gonna show y'all the video because I recorded it so I could post it. I'll show y'all this video. That's when I was crying. He opened the box and I just broke down, started crying, and I gave him a hug because I didn't know what else to do. So this is the box that he's in. And that's the bracelet he's in. I got his ashes put in the bracelet and I kissed it. So my little kiss prints on there. So I could wear it with me. That's his paw print. So I'm gonna make copies of that and put it in a frame or something with a picture of him and send it to the ones that donated to help me cremate him and all that. That's for me. And then they gave me this. It's an actual cremation certificate. It's crazy. On a lighter note, I'm getting that for Amira for Christmas, hopefully, if I have the money. She's gonna be driving around the fucking neighborhood in a fucking Ferrari, okay? Yes. Don't tear up, because I'm gonna tear up. I can't tear up. I can't cry right now. I cannot. You would definitely tear up if you heard what I heard the day he died. But lighter note, do you want to see what Blaze was looking like on Thanksgiving? This is how he fell asleep, y'all. Let me make sure you have no pictures on here y'all can't see. Okay. This is how he fell asleep. Upside down. In his cage. Isn't that cute? We ain't trying to cry today though. No crying. No crying. But yeah. I'm glad that we are. I want to show you something. If I would have known, I took a picture because this was the first day I got him. Mm-hmm. Had I known that he had worms in his poop, we probably wouldn't be here right now. Those are worms.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that color and the grain. This the same exact poop is just more solid.
Yeah.
If I would have known that, oh my goodness.
It's okay. So we did just get fluid, so you might feel this little bubbly, jiggly thing. It's just the fluid under his skin. It'll slowly disperse through his body as he needs it and absorbs it. You may notice that he urinates more often for the next 24 hours or so. That's completely normal. It's just his body excreting extra fluids. We also gave an injection of the anti-nausea medicine right back here. So you should see that kicking in about an hour, hour and a half. And hopefully we can try to feed him.
In because, I mean, he'll start wanting to eat.
That, and I mean, he might seem a little peppier. His tummy won't be hurting him so bad. But yeah, if he'll eat, let him eat, especially if he's not vomiting. So the breathing is so rough because he's anemic. He's breathing so hard because his body is trying to oxygenate the little bit of red blood cells he has. So as he becomes less anemic and starts to feel better, you'll see that start to subside as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get all of his pills to go home with you and the dewormer and everything, and I'll be right back, okay?
You're looking dead as y'all. That's how he be laying in the truck all day, every day. Let's put my face on this thing. Please. You okay? I'm sorry, please. We're gonna get you feeling better, okay? You like your ears rubbed. I just try to make him as comfortable as possible. I need to get that poop off the screen. That's what he does when he's about to gag. His ears are so cold. Look at how pale they are. They're supposed to be pink. Let's see. That's how you know he's anemic. Look how pale his ears are. They're not pink. And his gums, he ain't gonna let me do it because he thinks I'm gonna give him some medicine. They're supposed to be pink and they're pale. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, please. Let me rub your ear. And see how he's breathing. So imagine me being on a truck and seeing him looking like this and how it scares me. Like, he don't like me touching his ears. He's just letting me do it. Because I be wanting to see what he's gonna look like as a German Shepherd. He don't care. That's how bad he doesn't. That's how bad he feels. But imagine just driving and your dog looks like this. And breathing like that. It'll scare you. I didn't get no sleep last night. I think I probably got like an hour of sleep last night. Watching him. Afraid that I'm gonna wake up and he's dead or something. I can't wait till you start feeling better. Dang, man. Does it look as bad as it look? Because to me it looked bad. Like, he looked like a whole Humane Society ASPCA commercial. You know how they be having those squinty eyes, and that's how he looks right now. I gotta give you a bath, Blaze. We gotta get you a bath before we go to that snow. We about to be in Montana. I'm not going to Wyoming, so I'm taking I-90. We're gonna be in the snow. You wanna lay on? Here, lay on my arm. He don't like laying his head down because he can't breathe. They're too high. Hurts my heart that he's going through this. Is it too high? I'm gonna save you because you're gonna save me. We're gonna save each other. Come on, go ahead. Here, lay on this. There you go. Lay on the way this way. Here. It's right here, please. You have to try to get up. And watch, he can't even walk like he wants to. He can't get comfortable. I feel like if I would have waited any longer, the way he's breathing is too labored right now. I wonder if he texts me back. Nope. My daughter sent me a video of Myra, my granddaughter. I'm like, nothing wrong with this little girl. Let's see what she's talking about. Look. Fake crying. That's funny. Did you just fall? Please, please don't do the crazy, scary stuff, please. I can't pet you back here because you got the thing. That's weird. That's crazy how you can put liquid under their skin and it's a whole pouch. It's like, it feels like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's not hard or anything. It's really soft and like squishy. Like a boobie. It's squishy like your boobs. That's how squishy it is. It's not hard like a breast implant, but it's squishy like boobs. Here, lay on my arm. Lay on my hand. Here. But I ain't trying to be on your trachea either. So yeah, he has to keep his head elevated. So he usually lays on my boot. Or I have another blanket in his bed and I roll it up and put it around his bed so he can lay his head on it. But he likes to lay on my boot and he likes to lay on the fire extinguisher. Oh God, it seems like he's getting worse. I bet you it's gonna get worse before it get better. Thank God that I had the money to treat him. My goal was, I was like, if I can keep him alive until Friday, then I'll get him the transfusion. This check, because I took 5 days off for Thanksgiving. I did the 23rd, 24th, no, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, and 26th. I went back on the 27th. So that was like from Tuesday to Sunday. Wait, I need you to be still because I gotta get up. I gotta wash my hands. Okay, so don't go nowhere. They need to come in here and disinfect this floor too. I'm gonna give you a bath. I don't know when. I gotta get to love so I get my planks. He's looking like a German Shepherd though. The way he be looking. Wanna play? No? You don't wanna play? He's like, oh no. He wants to play, but you know, I don't have energy. I have shred. I thank God for coming in. Yeah, I know I'm gonna get off of here when I gotta drive. Please, I love you. We're gonna give you a good old bath. Imagine him being a big old German Shepherd. Can y'all imagine that? Him being a big old German Shepherd. He won't be as big as Bear, but he's gonna be a big German Shepherd. And look how big his paws are. Look. Big old paws. He's gonna be about, I can't tell now though. I would say when I first got him, probably like, why he's trying to hold my hand? You got poop under your paw? I can't see. Okay, I'm sorry. I think he'll probably be like 70 pounds. Can you imagine this little thing being 70 pounds? You can see his ribs under his hair. Thank you, Julie. He's gonna be way more beautiful. He's clean and gaining weight. Can y'all hear me now?
Okay, I'm gonna put this pill in your mouth, honey. I know. He says I don't want that pill in my mouth. Don't back up on me.
Can y'all hear me now? Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, it's okay. This pill. It's okay.
They have a thing on YouTube that says you can go live together. Who wants to go live with me?
Okay.
You're gonna make him throw up.
No, he's fine. It was this making that sound.
What is that?
This is a second dewormer. It's okay. It's mixed with baby food. That's why it looks funky.
Okay.
So it's like a little white powder, and I put some baby food in there because it can be hard for him to choke down that white powder. It just makes it a little easy. Oh, you spit the pill out. You have to have this. It's going to help your tummy. It's okay. No, you are clenching your teeth. He's like, I'm used to it. I'm getting good at it. Here we go.
And then he'll hold it in his mouth.
Yeah.
He'll hold it in his jaw and he'll hold it in his mouth and he won't swallow.
It's okay. Just a little bit at a time. I know. It's a lot.
No. Poor baby.
This stuff's gross. It's okay. You gotta eat it so we can get rid of your worms. It's okay. There you go, baby. It's okay. Go play. You better swallow that. I see you holding it in your mouth. He's like,
He's gonna swallow it.
It's okay.
I blow in the front of his face.
Oh, there he went. He just swallowed it. He says, ugh, gross.
Oh, and so where you're standing at, he pooped.
Oh,
So
right
just
there on the
letting you
floor?
know.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. We have cleaner for that. All right. So, we've got quite a few meds.
Damn, Cascade. Y'all look. That's how skinny he is. Wow. A 1 pound does all of that.
So, the med that I gave in the syringe that was like white and chalky with the baby food, this one, I can put it on there. This one's Panicure. You're going to give it once a day and it's already pre-measured out in these little packages. So you'll give that to him for 3 days. The way I did it was I put the Panicure in the syringe and then drew up some baby food in there and kind of mushed it around. Makes it easier for him to take. So you're good on this until tomorrow night about 6 o'clock. The other dewormer I gave, this bright yellow one, that's Alban. You're also going to give that every 24 hours. So they've given it at the same time. This one actually tastes like cake batter, so he probably likes it. But it's a liquid medication. The next one, the little green tablet that I gave him, is metronidazole. That's the one that is the antibiotic, has to be given with food. Even that little bit of baby food that I syringed to him is enough.
So
just
that's
something on his
why
stomach.
I knew it. Because I
Yeah.
was like, every time I give him that, he just gives me this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I need
so
to
it has to
follow
be
this.
given with food. It can cause diarrhea if it's not given with food. Yeah, it can make it worse.
I'm going to change my vet. I'm changing my vet.
So definitely
He
give
told me
with
that.
food, yeah. And you'll give one tablet every 12 hours. So we gave this at 6. He'll be due around 6 or 7 a.m. tomorrow for this green tablet. And then the last one, the injection we just gave, the anti-nausea Serenia, that's this in pill form. This is going to be once every 24 hours. So we just gave him the injection at 6. So you'll give these 3 at the same time, 6 o'clock tomorrow night. Okay? And those, I'm actually going to break them up for you because I don't like leaving them like that. You're going to give a half a tablet every time because he's so little, he doesn't need a full dose. Or at least a full dose for a large dog.
I'm a visual learner, so I'm going to separate those from this.
Yeah,
so I
so-
can see those. I'm weird.
Yeah. And if you need any help or you're not sure, just call us. We're here, we have technicians here 24/7 and doctors here from noon to midnight every day. So we'll be glad to help you if you have any questions or you're not sure about something.
So every 24 hours, half a tablet.
Mm-hmm. And then they're already split up, so you won't have to worry about cutting them up.
Can I give him my hot dog pieces?
You can give him hot dog pieces if
Because he'll eat it with the... That's how I used to give my other dog.
If you put a pill in it, that's how he eats it. Yeah. If he'll eat it, as of right now, if you can get him to eat anything that is safe for dogs, friggin' chicken out of a can or, something, it's better than nothing with him being so little.
Okay.
So yeah, if he'll
What
eat
is
hot
his
dog
weight
pieces.
supposed to be?
I mean, he's not too terribly far off. He should probably be at least 5 or 6 pounds. He is only 11 weeks, so he shouldn't be huge, but he should be thicker than what he is. The best way to tell is how you can feel a spine back there.
Yeah, I know.
You should always
I
be able to
just
feel
feel
their
ribs.
spine but it shouldn't be protruding to where you can see it, and you should only be able to feel it slightly through their skin.
And I can feel his little bone, like
Yeah.
bone.
Yeah, so he is thin, but he's also been sick. So once we get them worms taken care of and he stops having diarrhea, I feel like he'll fill out pretty quickly.
And how long shall this take?
So one of the dewormers is 3 days, so he had his first dose today, so he'll get 2 more
I'm
days.
saying, how long should it take for him to start showing improvement?
Oh, improvement? You should see him, if he starts feeling better and we get rid of the worms, he should start eating and feeling better within a week or so. Definitely if you see him getting worse, or not getting any better, have him seen again, because he should not be getting worse.
What's getting worse?
Starts vomiting, starts having severe bloody diarrhea, is not eating or drinking at all, is not getting up to go potty, he's just going where he lays. Those are all, getting worse and not good. Okay. So I'm gonna send these syringes home with you too, so that you have those, and then this jar of baby food to mix the Albon with, just so it's easier to give to him. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, so there's those, and if something happens and he likes baby food, you can give him chicken, turkey, beef,
Can I give him sweet potato? I saw that yesterday.
So you can give sweet potato, do not give pumpkin. Pumpkin's used for a stool softener, and it can make diarrhea worse, so no pumpkin. It's not that it's bad for them, it's just not good when they have diarrhea.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'll get you another one of them.
Is that a worm?
Let's see.
And you got to touch it?
No, it's not a worm. It looks like something stuck in his fur. Yeah, it's just a little something stuck in his fur. No, it's not. So yeah, as far as that goes, we can do all that. Bland diet is the best for an upset stomach, so baby food.
And I got that recovery.
Yeah,
stuff.
anything like that, that prescription food. You can do chicken and rice. I know you're over the road, so it's hard for you to cook, but you can actually go to the grocery store and they have canned chicken already pre-cooked. Mm-hmm. Don't get anything with seasoning, butter, oil on it. It will make diarrhea worse, but just plain chicken, if he likes that, he can have that too. So yeah, just keep an eye on the eating. The best thing to do is make sure he gets his meds and try and get him to eat. Because when he starts
he eats.
eating and gaining weight,
he
he'll
just
feel
doesn't
better.
eat when he's nauseous. So
right.
as long as
Which
he's
that
nauseous,
medicine should help.
Then he'll eat.
Yeah.
And can I still give him the Entice if you have?
If he's not eating, you can give him the Entice.
Okay.
Yeah. That will not hurt him. And then we already went over the fluids and everything. So I'll go ahead and give that to you. That's just everything we went over with your medicines and everything. Your meds are in here. I'll get you another can of that, and we'll be back to get you checked out, okay?
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You can expect increased urination and or swelling in the legs and chest. How you feeling? I am just tired of this stuff. Oh, you do got poop on your feet. I gotta get him. I guess we'll be taking a bath tonight or a shower. How am I gonna do that? In the shower at Pilot. I can wash him in the sink because he's small enough. That's what I'll do. Yeah. Scared. I'm telling you, it scared me.
Go to the back. Yeah.
I hope my fuel card works.
She's on the phone, wants to get a physically rechecked, and she apparently said something about us doing ultrasounds. He already did X-rays on this phone last night, and I thought I had more.
The crazy part is I'm paying for Care Club, and Care Club is supposed to be free wellness exams,
Here's this
but
one.
it's only for the doctor in
And
Houston.
then Lucy's going to be in just a minute to go ahead and take care of your invoice, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh.
What does inhabitants mean? I keep seeing that word. Hey Siri, what does inappetence mean?
Inappetence means lack of appetite.
Oh, appetence. Okay, that makes sense. Appetite. Appetence. You know, Blaze, I think I want some chicken and rice too.
I'm dying woman.
You know, Blaze, I can't wait till he gets big and cute and German Shepherdish. Huh, Blaze? Thank you, Blaze. I'm so glad you're gonna get better. I'm so glad. Thank y'all so much. I need him. You don't understand. I think his attitude and temperament is perfect for me because Blaze was the opposite. I mean, Bear was the opposite. Bear was more like nonchalant. And Blaze is like, he want to test you. Did you know I got Bear January 2017. So no, 2016. So it would have been 6 years next month.
Hello, my name is Lucina. I'm the receptionist here. So for today, our total came out to $307.10. Did you want to do card or cash?
It was supposed to be a different price. She said 250 something or 290 something.
So we're looking over.
Oh yeah, 284
So,
and then plus tax
okay.
or something.
Alright, so let me go see,
Because they said that he took out the IV pack.
Yeah, so the IV pack's off.
And that's what it came out to, the 280 something.
He didn't even have medical waste on there. Alright, let me go talk to Dr. Levy, okay?
Okay. I want some chicken and rice. That sounds so good. Oh my God. I'm so hungry. I've been so worried about him. I haven't even been eating. I just can't wait till he starts feeling better. So I'm gonna do Vlogmas. I think I intend to do Vlogmas, but instead of talking about me, it's gonna be about Blaze. So today's the first day of Vlogmas. Damn, I'm hungry. Fuck. So I'm gonna make a new YouTube thumbnail. Intro for us. I didn't want to do it yet until I knew he was gonna survive through this because I would have felt really crazy if I would have did a whole YouTube intro with Blaze and Queen. I think it's gonna be Blaze and Queen, or Queen and Blaze. I don't know, and he died or something, you know. So I'm gonna have a YouTube intro and change all that up. And if he starts getting a lot of views and stuff, then he'll have his own channel. But I'm not committing to that because I can hardly commit to my own channel. So, but I'm gonna train him. I'm gonna start the whole. As soon as he get his vaccine, I can't do too much because he's not vaccinated. Like, I have to socialize him, and which I think he's pretty good with socializing. And start with the basic obedience training, get that down packed, but it's hard to do in the truck. So I have to be, out on grass or something. So I'm gonna buy him his own pad. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, what kind of pad it's gonna be, but I don't want him stepping on nobody's grass. And I want it to be able to be washable and fold up and I can put it back in the truck. So I might just use training pads, put a couple of them out on the grass so I can do his basic obedience training. Once he has that down, then we'll do we'll do advanced obedience training. Then once that's done, I'll start him on like different tasks and tricks and stuff. Like one of them is, and this is just to get him in the habit of doing what I tell him to do, but like one of them is telling him to stand, where he has to get up and stand on something, which is good if, I forgot the example they used, but heel is a good one, where they have to come and stand on the side of you. And then there's a heel come or something like that, where I could put him down somewhere. Oh, that's what the stand is. Make him stand in a certain area and stay there and not move. I can leave the whole area and he will not move that area until I call for him. And when I call for him, he will automatically come to my right side and sit at my right side, like automatically. So that's gonna be something big. That's good for like, if he gets loose on the leash, that teaches him discipline so he doesn't run after cats and squirrels and stuff like that. Or if I'm walking him and there's food on the ground, he doesn't eat it, that type of stuff. Like he'll just walk past it like it don't even exist. And then I'll get into the tasks that mitigate my psychiatric symptoms like depression, anxiety, PTSD, stuff like that. What I did not teach Bear because he was too old was, one is how to ring the doorbell or ring the door when he wants to use the bathroom. And another one is how to retrieve. Like I don't need to teach him that, but I think it would be interesting to teach him that, how to go get my medicine or something. So, but most of it is gonna be mitigating anxiety, depression, and PTSD. Is he drooling? He still got food. And oh, he still ain't ate the food. Blaze, eat your food. You still got the food in your jaw. Blaze. Yeah. He still got the food in his jaw when she gave him the syringe. She's just holding it there like a chipmunk.
What are you doing, buddy?
It's on this side.
Hey.
You crazy, Blaze.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. So I figured out what the issue was. On accident, on his estimate, he put that the medications were administered in hospital, so they're different costs. But he went ahead and changed that for you, so it's just $284.48.
Oh, okay.
You're not eating it at all.
So
You just got big gums now.
150 on this one.
150.
That should be ran as credit.
Okay. Okay.
100 on here. 284. Shit. I'm back. Let me see if y'all can hear me. Yep, y'all can hear me. Oh, it'll be, yep, y'all can hear me. Did it stop? 177, 170 on here, 150 on here, and 100 on there. Or whatever. The remaining balance is on this one.
Okay. Remainder on that one. So this one you want 150,
Mm-hmm.
and then 170 on this.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm getting confused. All right, I will be right back with a receipt. Okay.
Okay. Sleepy. Ah, sleepy. Sleepy and hungry. My husband keep calling. What happened? What happened? So like he don't like dogs at all, right? And then if he do accept dogs, they gotta be outside. Like, he don't believe dogs should be inside. This is proof my dog would never be outside. Fucking ever. But he wasn't gonna win this argument. I was bringing the dog home, and there's nothing he was gonna say about that. Like, he was not gonna win. He didn't even say nothing to me. He just let it happen. Like, he wasn't gonna win that argument. You need another dog? Nope. You are not gonna win this argument because it's just, you're not. So, that hair everywhere. So yeah, while I'm bobtail, I'm gonna go get some more Pedialyte and chicken and rice food for him, and some food for me. Damn, she did that quick. I have $1.85 left in my checking account. That's crazy. This guy just gotta run. This load I'm on is 2,000 something miles. So let's see, today is what, Thursday? I gotta get it there by Sunday to get it on this pay period. How would that work? Let's see. Friday, Saturday, Sunday? Nah, I ain't getting to Oregon by Sunday. I wish. I could try. I could probably do like a split reset. It's 33 hours getting there. And that's not including my 10-hour breaks. I need this thermometer. I wonder if I can keep it for him. So that's gonna add another, it's like 33 hours, so it's gonna add another 30 hours to that trip. So that's 60 hours, 63 hours. So 48 hours is what? 3 days? 52 is 4 days? 24, 48, 52, or, 40, 58. Oh, I'm tripping, I don't even know, I can't think. 24, 48, 72. Right? Am I tripping? 12, 24, 48, 36. No, I'm tripping. Yep, I'm sleepy because that didn't even make sense. I said 48, 36. Y'all, it's serious though. When you're sleepy, don't fucking drive. Do not drive when you're sleepy. It is dangerous as fuck. The other day, what was I doing? I wasn't driving though. I was connecting to the trailer, and I thought I forgot to. No, I was disconnecting from the trailer, and I thought I forgot to lower the landing gear. So you can imagine the panic that I experienced trying to pull from under the trailer, thinking I'm about to drop the trailer. Yeah, it was terrible. It says we're looking for America's best professional truck drivers. Nominations. They're having nominations for TA truck drivers. Y'all better nominate me. So yeah, y'all need to make sure you get some sleep. Make sure you get good sleep and right before you're driving. I gotta pee too. So Evansville, Illinois. It's gonna be like 20 degrees.
So I did 170 on this card. There's 114.48 that is left. Do you want to split between these cards or just on one?
Because that green one is a credit card, so
Okay.
we're gonna try not to.
Green one? Or
No,
with
that
this
one.
one? Okay. Just
We're
rest on this?
trying not to use a credit card.
Gotcha. Okay, I just wanted to make sure since it was less than 150, which one you wanted to put it on, okay?
Thank you.
Alright.
I gotta get my credit up, y'all. My daughter owed me $300 on my other credit card. And because she owes me $300 on that other credit card, my credit score went down. It went down. I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but if you pay attention, you'll know after I tell you this. It went down over 150 points because of that. That and having that accident and shit going into collections. So close. So close to my score goal. Because what I was gonna do was income tax. I was going to get a. I just thought about something. I'm tripping. I was gonna get a pickup truck and do hot shot, so I could just work on like the weekends or something. I don't need that much money. They said avalanche warnings issued in 4 states as snow wallops western U.S.
Snowstorms form just like regular storms, it's just that they have more cold air. Most of the time when we're talking about a snowstorm, we're talking about a mid-latitude cycle.
That's not what I'm looking at. Okay, so out west prompted avalanche warnings in 4 states on Thursday. The National Weather Service, U.S. Forest Service issued avalanche warnings for Colorado, California, Idaho, and Montana. When? Through Saturday? I'm not gonna make it to Montana tomorrow, right? I'm gonna make it to Idaho.
Oh, sorry, I don't mean to distract you. So obviously there's that. So this is an itemized invoice, and then you have a copy of both of your receipts on
These
here.
are write-offs, right? I have to write this
Huh?
off. I have to write this off, right?
I mean, maybe. Is your dog part of your work?
Yes.
Well,
Like
then
it's
yes.
a service animal.
Well, then yes. I'm going to have you sign this one and this one. It's just a copy of your receipts. And then I know that you're probably traveling, but we do have technicians here 24 hours. So any questions, just call us. We do waive your emergency fee for 72 hours if we seem to be getting worse. Okay? And then that is everything. You are all good to go.
Do you
right?
think that my vet will be what's the word I'm looking for? And offended if I decide I don't want him to be my vet anymore?
You know, maybe. It depends on how personally the vet takes it.
Because he didn't tell me what the M medicine, I forgot the name, how it's pronounced. He didn't tell me that it causes diarrhea to be worse than taking the medicine. He didn't tell me that.
I probably should have told you that.
Exactly.
That would have been good information. Exactly. You know, nothing. Well, all right, little buddy. You have a good night, and I hope you feel better, little baby.
I think he's saying, I hope I feel better too.
All right. Well, you have a safe drive, okay? Have a
Thank
great
you.
rest of your night.
Thank you. All right, now I gotta carry all this stuff back out. And get in the truck with it. Come on, Blaze. I gotta get my phone too, I forgot. Come on, Blaze, let's go. Wait, let me get my keys out. Hold on. Let me get the keys first. What do I do with them? It's like a kid. He needs his own diaper bag. It's cold outside. Okay. Okay, Blaze, how you going? What you gonna do? Ah, there you go. Thank you.
I'm trying to save.
Oh, look at this cute. Oh my goodness. Look at the dog. Look at him. He's so cute. Oh, look at this. I ain't seen nothing yet. I'll be in Montana with avalanche warnings and shit. Look how I got my truck. Oh, I didn't show y'all my reef. I put a reef on the front and some flowers. Yeah, I did that. All right, let's get this truck on. I gotta go get some anti-gel. Gotta get fuel. Ugh. Ugh, it stinks in here, Blaze. I gotta put his poop up. Okay. It's cold. Get his poop pad up before I go. And these trucks are in my way. I ain't gonna be able to get out. I might. I don't feel like doing this right now. I just want to go. Well, I only have to pick up one tag though. Because the other one is good. I got these charcoal activated pads so that he doesn't track urine all over my truck when he steps on it after peeing. Or if he pees so much to where it just flows right up under his feet. Yeah. He chilling. I put him in his bed and he ain't moved. I still gotta go to Walmart. Or somewhere. Dollar Tree, Dollar General. What's going on up here? My tablet is weird. Oh, I gotta pee. Okay. All right, y'all. Well, I'm about to go. Thank y'all for rocking with me. So I've been recording content. I just haven't edited anything because I've been dealing with him. But I'm gonna do Vlogmas and send y'all, post videos and stuff. I'm not gonna go live too much. Probably, I'll think about probably like once a week or something like that. I don't know. But I'm gonna go. Thank you guys so much for everything. I appreciate y'all for always being my shoulder, the shoulder to cry on when I need y'all. I appreciate it. I love y'all so much. And I will see y'all. And I'll keep y'all updated on Blaze. And y'all be safe and stay warm. Bye, y'all.